The Battle of Kadesh, a massive chariot clash that took place between the Hittites and Egyptians over 3,000 years ago. With a deep and muddled history and outcome, there are many unknowns about the circumstances on which the battle was fought. However, through digging deep into diaries, propaganda, and letters from the time of the event, historians have been able to recreate the chain of events on which the battle occurred. This is the story of the Battle of Kadesh. To fully understand the circumstances in which the battle took place, we must first understand the relationship between the Hittites and Egyptians. Starting in around 1550 BC, the Egyptian pharaohs started to kick off military campaigns. These campaigns focused on reclaiming and strengthening their borderlands. However, over the next few centuries, the defense of these lands slipped out of priority. The Hittites slowly claimed more land along their border with Egypt. This continued into the end of the 18th dynasty, around 1292 BC, when King Horemheb brought attention back to the issues at the border. He began the first stages of military involvement in this stage of interactions with the Hittites. Through the next few years, interactions continually escalated. The land of Kadesh traded hands multiple times, which led up to the ultimate and final battle, the Battle of Kadesh. But why is this specific battle the one that has been remembered for millennium? It is because of two major records. The Battle of Kadesh was the largest chariot battle to ever take place, and the world's first international peace treaty was a result of this battle. Chariots were key in the Battle of Kadesh. This is due to the type of battle that the Hittites participated in, which was centered around fast, two-wheeled chariots. Let's take a look at a model of one of their chariots. This is a model of the chariot that the Hittites used. It would typically be made out of wood. This version was an advancement on the older four-wheeled chariots, which acted more like wagons than chariots. Other designs had solid wheels, but the Hittites improved this by creating spokes, which kept the strength of the wheel while decreasing the weight. This allowed the chariots to be lighter and faster than others. 3 warriors would be placed on each chariot, each with their own job. However, there was another factor that is credited for the success of the Hittites: the size of their army. In the Battle of Kadesh, there were over 5,000 chariots. The majority, around 3,000 of these, were from the Hittites. Just how many chariots is this? This is 1,000 chariots, a third of the Hittite army. This is the amount of chariots on the Hittite side, 3,000. And this is the total 5,000 chariots present in the Battle of Kadesh. Although there were many fighting in the battle, there was no clear winner. The advantage changed hands a few times, but in the end, neither side could clearly win. The chariots were one of the records of the Battle of Kadesh. The other was the peace treaty that came after it. This treaty was made around 16 years after the battle, but is still called the Treaty of Kadesh, and the battle is credited for its creation. This treaty was made because of the previous fighting. There had been many battles to no avail, and both parties realized that if they could not conquer each other, they might as well work together. The treaty established that neither would engage in any warfare toward each other, that they would help each other in any defense needed, and that they would provide diplomatic assistance in any ways needed. This framework for treaties is still very much the same today.